Hey everybody, Fred Vint, Telestream here in booth 3189 with our friends at Broadfield here at Infocomm 2025 in sunny, muggy, rainy, cloudy Orlando, Florida. So thanks everybody for the time. What I'd like to do is talk to everybody a little bit about Telestream's quick company overview, our solutions here that we're showing at the show, and look forward to hopefully having you come by and visit with us and our good friends at Broadstream. So a little bit about Telestream, if you're not familiar with us, we've been around since 1998, right? Been at 2+ decades. We started off small with a very specific product, and then through natural growth and through acquisition, we've become really the standard glue in a lot of broadcast and production workflows. We're not flashy. We do all the good stuff behind the scenes, and we've been doing it very well for a very long time. So as you can see here, we've acquired many different companies, and we're real thrilled to talk about what's new. So what is it about Telestream? Well, we understand file, we understand live stream, and these are the three major steps along the way that we do very well. And so we have content creation, the supply chain management, as well as distribution. We can help you in every area, making sure the content is coming in good, and it goes out looking great, and it's very efficient getting the content the way you need it to, so you can edit it, so you can deliver it, and so you can monetize it and store it as well. So we call this the mother of all diagrams. It's an internal joke. We have some here at the show we can hand out where you can take notes. But really, we don't care how the system's coming in. We can ingest the content, and while it's coming in, we can do a number of things to it to make sure that it matches spec, it's legal, it hits all the options that you need to be able to edit clean content. The enhanced stage, that's where we can integrate with your MAM. It doesn't have to be our MAM, but we do have a light MAM as well called Diva. Telestream in the professional world is really known for our transcoding and workflow, but we can connect to just about every other piece of equipment you may have in your facility for sure. So whatever we need to do to make it look great, we allow you to add metadata along the way. We can automatically generate data. We can automatically generate summaries of what's on your content through our automated workflow in Vantage. And then on the outgoing side, when we deliver it, we can make it ready for VOD. We can monitor your outgoing streams if you're a cable head end. There's a lot of things that we can do, and we only have about 12 minutes left. So I'm going to move on quickly to the next phase, which is we can deploy anywhere. And so what I like about this chart is we do, if you want to be on-prem, we do have the ability to sell you appliances that will greatly speed up the processing time and your workflow time. We can work in a virtual environment. You don't have to have our appliances in order to take advantage of the automated tools that are in Vantage and some of our other products. We can go to a fully managed SaaS, or we can do virtual private cloud. We work with just about all the major cloud providers, and that relationship is continuing to grow, and we're offering more services. So not only could you put this in a hybrid environment physically and do your workflows that way, but we're also trying to meet you where you want to be and how you spend it. So we offer subscription models on all our products, and we also offer the traditional perpetual and support model as well. So however you want to deploy, however you want to pay for it, we're very flexible in that regard and happy to work with you on that. So what are the two main strengths of Telestream? So we had so many products and acquisitions over the years. We've narrowed it down into media workflows and test and measurement. So if you come over here, we've got, we can handle file live in and out. We work with file-based, very complex workflows. And you can see that we integrate with a lot of well-known partners in the industry. We have a lot of products on this side where we can host in the cloud. We can do workflows in the cloud. We can send part of our workflows to the cloud, however you want to work. Within the Vantage ecosystem, you do not have to generate proxies. And so workflows over the last couple of decades involve creating proxies. So you spend a lot of time. In fact, Vantage was used in a lot of ways to create a lot of proxies just so people could move the files around so they could quality control them and do other things with them. With Glim, you don't have to do that any longer. And we'll talk about that more in a little bit. Then on the test and measurement side, we have Prism, which is a software. It comes with an appliance, but it's a software module-based test and measurement system for video signals for 2110. for all types of other streams as well. We have our inspect, which will it's a monitoring system, specifically 2110. We can dig into that a little bit later as well. We also have the SPG 9000, which is the de facto standard broadcast synchronization device. And then Argus, which is our single pane of glass that allows us to monitor outgoing transport streams and AVR and a whole bunch of other things too. So let's talk about media workflow, since people understand and know Vantage is for a very long time. Like I said before, it's way more than just transcoding. We have AI, we have content management now built within this ecosystem. And the great place is, if you want it in the cloud, we have it in the cloud. And if you want it hybrid and all that, or we can do it on-prem, and we've got a new generation of Lightspeed servers that are out that can really speed this up. The performance is through the roof. And this is just a fraction of the folks that we work with and play nice with. So what is Vantage, right? Well, at the top level, it's a automated processing and workflow engine, right? People say, well, it's transcoding. Well, it's so much more than that. What it will do is it'll take all the non-productive, very intensive tasks that a human used to do, such as QC a file, and it will automate that, right? There's some decision making that's in there. So I like to say the brains of the system is our analysis module. And then you will set up in there what it is you're looking for and what you want to do with it once it decides what it is. Then the muscle comes in with transcode, with post-producer, with a lot of other modules that we have. It really does all the heavy lifting, right? So I like to make the joke, and you've probably all heard it, standards are great. That's why everybody has their own. And so your delivery to company A is not going to be the same as company B. And then we got a YouTube version and we got a Facebook version. We can do all that in one pass. We create one final piece of content. We drop it in there and it will decide, oh, it's going to Facebook. Well, it's going to look like this. So it'll match the spec. It's consistent. It'll do everything you need to every single time. It's great. You automatically build the workflows. It's very simple Visio-like diagram, and it'll just streamline your entire media supply chain. There's a lot of other tools that we'll talk about as well that come on here. So a couple of new things in the Vantage world. We have grid processing, which is, think of it as split and stitch. We have a very complex, very long piece of media that we need to process very quickly. Grid will break it into multiple pieces, transcode those in parallel, and then deliver it out on the system. So if you have a single node of Lightspeed server, or if you've got an array in a larger domain, you can really ramp up and speed up the time it takes to get something out to air on some of this longer content. AI speech. So what this does is it will take all the spoken content and it will deliver it out in a summarization, as well as make it searchable metadata for your MAM, whatever it is. So it makes it very easy. And it's just one step in the process. So you're not breaking anything out to take it to a third-party system to do anything. You can do it all right here. And then we have some other native tools. So Iconic is a great cloud-based MAM. We're expanding our integration with them, and several other folks are in the works. So it doesn't matter who you are. Telestream, 99% of the time, will or already does integrate with them at some very, very cool levels. So next coming up, we've got Oracle Cloud coming, and then we've got some enhancements to our workflow tools that will allow someone not to have to replicate an entire workflow. They'll be able to take pieces of existing workflows and build new workflows just to speed up the time there. Future, we do have, because we have the audio AI, next step obviously is OCR and some other things in there that we're doing. So all good stuff coming out. So we talked a little bit about grid, right? Basically what it does, we've got this big file. We need it in smaller chunks. We need to get through it faster. That's really what grid does for us. The AI caption. So 3 years ago at NAB, actually in 2022, we came out with a new captioning tool called Stanza. Since that debut, we've incorporated lots of a local AI engine. We don't use your content to train our model or anything like that. But what it'll do is it now has a native workflow into Vantage where you can have it automatically create the captions or the subtitles. Then it also allows for a manual interface, so you can go in, clean it up, make sure everything's where you want it to be. It's got the look, the feel, and then you can kick it back to Vantage to finish the processing on the other end. The AI conversion into metadata, that's just a separate action that just happens. So very, very cool stuff. As I mentioned, we have a new class of Lightspeed server. They are still a single rack unit space, and they're about 30% faster on average than our previous generation. So a lot of cool developments there. So one of the other things I want to talk about that probably gets overlooked as we get further and further down the road, we have more and more content that we have to manage, right? So it used to be I took it off my SAN or NAS, and now I moved it to a tape library, and now I have cloud options. And so we have a very cool use case where a post producer can go through and find all the unusable content. So frames of black, color bars, things like that. It'll strip them out. It'll reduce your storage in the cloud. One of our customers did it and had a 30% decrease in their storage capabilities as well. Also, for automated promos, I'm a producer and I've got 30 deliverables of a car commercial. Post producer can easily go in and automate that entire process. So I'm not sitting there and making 30 different versions of the same edit. So a lot of cool tools in here as well. The other thing, content repurposing. So if I've got this very large collection of syndicated content, I like to set it up for different types of delivery. I can move things around. I can break it up. I can retime it. There's a lot of things I can do to now make that old content serviceable and usable. I can run it through AI so I know what's on it. A lot of times I'm looking at an old library, and with the summaries and things that are available in AI speech, I can now do that. I talked about the cloud storage bill. So we're going to go talk also about live capture now. So this is it's not a new service from Telestream. What it allows us to do is it allows us to take an NDI SRT feed, 2110 or a baseband 3G or 12G, and in a single rack unit server, it allows us to ingest anything to anything. So if we needed to take an SRT stream, turn it into ProRes of any flavor, we can do that. So we have the widest range of codec support. We're very flexible on our inputs and outputs, and really capture is Vantage under the hood. So once I've converted that live stream into a file, now I've got the full Vantage portfolio available to get through the content. I can add the metadata, do all those different actions, and coming out the other end, ready to go and deliver my content or edit, whatever. We do have some scheduling tools in here as well. It's also a single RU server. We can get up to 16 channels of 3G HD content into it, for example. Then we have large-scale 2110 ingest. So we've got customers out there that have 128 channels and more of 2110 ingest. So we can talk more about this and come by the booth. But very cool, very flexible. Nobody does it the way Telestream does when it comes to capture. We've also updated our scheduling system. So we've got intelligent channel management, which allows us to find the most resources available on a particular channel if I've got dozens and dozens of channels. And it's very flexible. Live capture does offer, I mentioned Glim earlier, it allows us to view and make notations and in and out points as the file is being captured. So if somebody says something or there's a notable play in a sports environment, for example, I'll be able to clip that out, send it to a Vantage workflow. Now it's ready for social media or some other thing I can go to edit and prep it for delivery. So a lot of cool tools in here. Yep, here's Glim. So Glim is what allows us to look at any piece of content anywhere that we have access to your storage bins and allows us to view the content. Glim will stream a real-time proxy off of that original content, so you don't have to go through and generate a proxy and do all this other pre-work, taking up your storage, taking up time, taking up resources you may not have time or want to do. So Glim is a very powerful tool. Lots of new stuff coming on that. Glim works with cloud as well, so you can see what's in your storage buckets without incurring that high level of egress fees as well. So we do have live play. So think of this as a production playout system. It's integrated for send to Avid playback. It's tied into the AMP protocols, and it'll play 3G, 12G, 2110, any format that you want it to, because we've got, again, Vantage under the hood here. So there's, again, high density channels. We support any number of MAM systems. Very, very cool. And again, it's a 1RU server. So Qualify, we debuted this it was our first product that was cleared for the AWS Marketplace. So if you've got any cloud-based QC that you need to do, we're already there. It'll burn down your AWS commit. A lot of cool things around that. We have a lot of customers using this, very happy with it. We brought Qualify down on-prem. So now with the Lightspeed server, this is now an action that you can put into a Vantage workflow. So what it allows us to do is take what used to be a third-party application that we acquired, VidChecker or Aurora, and now it just puts it immediately into the Vantage workflow. It can stay on-prem. You can distribute it across your array if you've got multiple systems. So Qualify is the best of breed going forward. So we're going to have most of the tests from the Aurora and the VidChecker systems that are still pertinent, and we're going to be building new ones. And this is our go forward product. Think of it as a best of breed. Plus, you've got the Vantage integration as well. So a lot of cool things here. It really makes sure that anything that you're delivering out to, say, Netflix or Discovery or any other location meets their specification. So just a quick diagram of how it just kind of plugs in, and then you can run decisions off of what you find within Qualify. Like a lot of other things in Vantage, it'll notify you if things fail or pass, however you want to set that up. So you're getting a real-time look at what's going on in your system as it goes. So the best thing is it reduces manual QC. You can build up some very complex workflows using Qualify. And it works on all the favorite flavors of the month as far as distribution codecs go. So lots of machine learning. So a lot of new things coming out with that as well. Language recognition, things like that. Dolby compliance, a lot of good stuff. We're going to be adding drift to it. Object detection will be headed forward. And then we'll be able to run grid and Qualify. So just a lot of cool things that we're pushing forward on that most people can't do. So here's Stanza. This is our this is an amazing product. We've won multiple awards at NAB and IBC with this thing. And it, like I said, it started off as a simple captioning tool. So you think of a manual process. We did have some AI where you could push the audio to the cloud. We still offer that, but we have it on-prem, and it stays local, and we don't touch it once you guys start using it. So there's a lot of tools in here. First of all, it meets all broadcast standards. That's key, because even though you may be delivering to YouTube, if you send a file to a TV station and the captions aren't compliant, they're not going to play out, and that can cause a problem, right? So right off the bat, we have the widest support of formats and availability for captions. We've got the direct integration to Vantage. And we've got some more translation coming. So right now we can take a lot of languages and move them into English captions. The next step forward will be taking English into other languages or other languages into other languages. So there you go. So, but the key thing is it's fast, it's very accurate, but you still have a level of control, and it allows for project sharing. So multiple people could be working on different parts of a file, and that's something you can't get out of our legacy products or Mac Caption, which we had to end of support a few years ago. So here we go. We got scrubbing is coming, single frame stepping. So a lot more traditional keyboard shortcuts are incorporated into it. The speech to text engine is getting better all the time. And we're getting to the point where we can transcribe sound effects, music, and other noise as well. So there's a legalizer function. You can hit it and make sure that everything works as well. So Vantage in general, we've got Iconic and Diva integration. I know we're getting a little short on time. Diva, we acquired this product several years ago. Diva now has better integration with Vantage. We've got some proxy workflows and some things that you'll need to store on the local server as you push it off into the different tiers of storage. Diva now can work in the cloud. Obviously, with tape libraries and other NAS storage, we've had repricing of Diva. So what you thought you might have known about Diva is completely changed. Please come talk to us. We'll let you know how things are going and tell you all about Diva. A lot of cool stuff here. Another slide I forgot to remove, but that's okay. Diva and Vantage work well. So Iconic. So we're really building some workflows here that are very, very useful. This is a very, very popular cloud-based NAM system. Like those guys a lot. So on the ingest side, we can help with the card wrangling. We can help with the file import. We can move things around. make proxies, convert files for folks. And then on the other side going out, we can take what's coming out of Iconic, put it into a playout system, and we can also reshape it as well as deliver those files. So here we go, Vantage Cloud. We started our own cloud several years ago, and in 2023 we acquired encoding.com. So it's really two different types of workflows. If you prefer everything API, that's Vantage Gateway. If you want to do everything in a traditional Vantage workflow, we have Vantage Cloud. Both play very nice on AWS. Vantage Cloud gives you a little more flexibility with Google and Oracle and Azure as well. So one of the new things we've had is one of the hardest things about cloud is knowing what you're going to have to pay at the end of the month. And so in order to simplify that, instead of paying by the minute or by the gigabyte or the terabyte, we're now just giving you X number of machines, virtual machines, to go do your job. So you can buy them in packs of 5, 10, 100, 1,000, and that'll just give you a number of concurrent workers in a cloud environment, so you know exactly what you're going to pay to Telestream every month in addition to your cloud expenses. So very excited about this. So customers know, and the nice thing is if you need more, we can add more, so we can start small and build up to what actually fits in that. So Vantage Gateway, like I mentioned, it's all API driven. We've got quality control with Qualify. We can do the transcoding audio, we can transcode video, and we can do all of the subtitling and captioning as well. So this is just a different way to get to the end result. So we do it all nicely. And like I said, if you're looking at a hybrid workflow, then you want Vantage Cloud because you're using that Vantage workflow. But if you just want to do anything with streaming services over here and you're okay with APIs, then definitely you'll want to look at Vantage Gateway for sure. So I'm running, and like I keep saying, I'm running out of time. We have so much to talk about. So until I get the hook, I'm going to keep talking. All right. So Prism, this is what's cool about this is it comes in a particular size, right? You want a single monitor, a dual monitor, you want a rasterizer, and then you tell us you got the form factor. Now, what is it you want to analyze? Do you want to do just 12G or 3G SDI? We have a model for that. If you want to do that, and 2110, we have a model for that. And then if you need the physical measurement for an engineering scope, that's our 300 model. And each one of those can fit in any form factor. So very flexible tool depending on your deployment. We have multi-input monitoring, everything software defined. So if you don't need 4K today, but you'll need it next year, buy the license next year, right? If you need IP measurement or any of the other tools, very easy to add on. You give you a license code, boom, you're up and running within minutes on that. A lot of audio monitoring in here as well. We do a lot with 2110. We got some really smart guys in our company that help massage the specs and keep pushing that whole standard forward. A lot of tools, great support on that, and you can remote operate through WebRTC. So you can actually, multiple people can log in and discuss it, what's going on. It's pretty cool. Come by and check it. That's what we have here at the booth, 3189, Broadfield here at Infocomm 2025. So come back, we're on the back wall. A couple other things. We have our SPG 9000, which is kind of the de facto broadcast clock. You can get them as a single node. You can get a auto failover. It can be a grandmaster in a whole situation clocks. It can also be a follower. Very flexible tool. We offer 5 constellations. We have secondary reference. So if you have satellites go down, and you can have another reference point to go to before it goes to the internal clock in the system. So very, very powerful. Single form factor, easy to use. I'm not going to say it's so easy a sales guy can do it, but it is easy in the grand scheme of things for sure. So a lot of these on trucks. Inspect is our 2110 measuring tool. I can see the hook coming out, so I'm going to pick this up a little bit. But this will really, if you're setting up a 2110 network, this will tell you where some issues are before you really start to experience them. So very, very powerful tool. So I'm going to end it here. But we have a whole extra suite of products on the test and measurement side that we can get into. But this is more for a broad reach, a wide area network. And I don't have the thank you slide, but I want to thank everybody for watching this. I want to thank Adam for letting me go on a little bit longer. And please come by and see us, Infocomm 2025, booth 3189. We're in Broadfield. We have Ken Stiver with us, as well as the guys that are awesome with Broadfield. Thank you very much.